graduates? Are they prepared for informed ethical decision-making, or do they need some more training?
I think any of the sequences students take in college in the field of public relations needs to have a very strong ethics course, and it needs to be taught by someone who has some pretty hard and fast ground rules about what's allowable and what isn't. We take great care and teach them the PR and the law so they don't get in trouble with that part of PR, and we teach them very carefully about how to do financial reporting because we don't want them to get in trouble doing that. But we lack, I think, lots of times the ethic question of, is this the right thing to do? Is this the right way to do it? Am I doing something good for bad reasons? Or am I doing something bad for good reasons? And I think we need to sort that out. I don't think children today get the same kind of parental teaching that maybe some of us got. And I think parents are busy and they assume the schools are going to teach good behavior and how to behave, and sometimes that doesn't happen. And so I think any course at any college that has a curriculum for public relations needs to have a very, very strong, that everyone has to take. And I think by having the students have that kind of a focus, we say to them, look, it's important in PR that we tell the truth, that we act it out, that we do the Arthur Page principles, because that's what it's about. And if the minute you lose the trust, you know, you've just forgotten. And with consumers, with your shareholders, with your employees, if you lose the trust, you've just lost the battle, practically. It's so hard to get it back. And I think one way to do that and enforce that idea of keeping the trust is to say, look, here's what ethical behavior looks like, and you present them with some problems. Here's the problem. Would we do this? Would we do that? Which is the right way to go here? And it gets some interesting discussions in classroom, because someone will say, but we can't make as big a profit that way. And I said, well, is big a profit more important than keeping a loyal customer? No. So I feel very strongly that, and one nice thing, I think we're seeing a lot more people do what I did, go back and teach. I felt I was giving back. I'd had such good training and such good mentors that I thought the least I can do is go back. And I was offered a semester as I love the title, Distinguished Visiting Professor. Oh boy, for a semester at Florida. And I liked it so much, and the students seemed to enjoy me so much, that I stayed on for 10 years. I turned around and said, I couldn't believe I'd even been there 10 years. But you learn from the students, and we're getting such bright, well-trained young people now. And Betsy Plank and others have worked so hard to get the young people trained. And I think we've got good programs in place at many, many schools. So I think we're going to have better PR people as a result. But I think it's good for old-timers who can go back and say, that theory's right, but here's the way you put it in. If you do it this way, the CEO's going to cut your ears off. But if you do it this way, you can get it through and you can win. And I think that's what we need to go back and do and say, the theory's right, but here's how we make it work.